Hi everyone, welcome to 2019. Please forgive my voice. I have been battling a cold and since last year. Yeah, it actually started not long after Christmas and today is January 9th, I believe. So yeah, I've been putting this off as long as I can, but I really need to get this done. So this is something I'm very excited to bring you this year. I am doing a collaboration, or what you would call a YouTube hop, with 5 other very awesome YouTube scrapbookers. And we have been planning this for a couple months now, and I'm super excited. Thank you, Nicole, for inviting me. This is my first collaboration with anybody, and I was so excited when she contacted me and asked me if I wanted to join in. So what we are doing is called Monthly Celebrations, and on the 15th of every month, we will each be uploading a video, and we will all be doing a layout basically with some kind of monthly celebration or tradition or something from that month. So this month is January, and a tradition we used to have, we don't do this anymore, long story, but we used to cut down and burn our Christmas tree, excuse me, every New Year's Day. And so I thought that that would be a great thing to scrapbook. These are pictures from 2014, and so they definitely need to get finished. And so I kind of struggled with which papers I wanted to use, but I think I've decided to go with this Close to My Heart collection, and it's called Jack. It's from 2016, and I liked it because it had some tree elements in it. I didn't want really to do a Christmassy layout because it's not really a Christmas thing, although it is the Christmas tree, but I didn't want to put like Santa and, you know, Frosty and things like that with it because we're just cutting down the tree. So I thought that this would be kind of a fun line. It's got like wood grain and, you know, these trees on here, which I thought would be cute. It doesn't have the bright greens from the tree or his outfit, but that's okay. There's a little bit of green, but what I really liked about it was, see if I can find it now. I thought I just saw, oh, there it is. 2 things. These are little axes on this paper, and yeah, we didn't chop our tree down, but I don't really care. We cut it down with clippers, same difference. But I also liked this Xing for Trouble. You know, they really were having a lot of fun playing around with the trees and the tree clippings. You know, you can see my husband hiding with a Nerf gun behind it. And so I'm going to give this collection a try, and I really hope you guys enjoy this series. It's all year long. Included with the other YouTubers is Nicole Bingaman, Vanessa Bell, Grace Tolman, Janet from RTS Scrapbooking, and Lisa from Life and Layout. So I'm going to have all of their channels linked below. Also, each month I will have their channel, a link to their layout for that month. I hope that makes sense. And if you're new coming here from another channel, welcome. I hope you like my layout. Again, I'm really excited about this, so let me know if there's any troubles with the links, and let's get started. I'm so excited. Thanks. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so now I'm getting started with the layout, and before I get into all of the layout and the voiceover, I would like to apologize for my voice if it sounds funny at all, or if I have a lot of starts and stops in the video. Like I said, I mentioned I am battling a cold, but we all agreed that we were going to get these videos up on the 15th, by the 15th of every month, and it's the 10th today, so I really need to get busy. I am following a sketch by Scrapbook Generation, and I love their sketches. I have 11 photos that I'm going to get on this layout, and if you like to scrapbook double page layouts or layouts with tons of photos, which I do both. I like to do both single one photo layouts and, you know, double page 20 photo layouts. So I have found, though, if you have a lot of photos you would like to get on a layout, that Scrapbook Generation sketches are some of the best to follow because they make it really easy to get a lot of photos on one page. So I'm just cutting the strips now down to the size. I'm mostly following the strip sizes that they have, but I do change mine a little bit. When I'm following a sketch, I usually just start off with it kind of as the idea, and then I take it from there. Not very often I will follow it to exactly the way they have it. I do put most of my photos on this layout the way that they have the photos on the sketch, but some of them, a few of them, and I will talk about those later, I put in my own space. So now I am going to ink all the edges of my pattern papers with my black Close to My Heart ink. And let me know in the comments below if you are still a edge inker, because I feel like not very many people ink their edges anymore, and I kind of feel like I'm old school, but I love the way it looks. I hardly ever do a page anymore without inking the edges. I just think it adds a little bit something, but I don't see very many people do it anymore. So I know a lot of people will, oh, sorry if my chair is being loud. I'll hold still. I know a lot of people will outline their edges, and I love the look of that also. So now I'm laying the strips of pattern paper down fairly close to the way they have it, and then you're going to see me here not paying attention, and I put that strip down upside down. The trees are upside down, and you know, I had barely pushed it down, and usually with the ATG gun adhesive, if you don't push too hard right away, then you have a few minutes to pull it back up, but that paper was not coming up. I think it's a little bit thinner of paper, so maybe that was why. So I had another strip cut to the same size, luckily, and I just glued it on top of that one, and it turned out just fine. So now I have this red strip, and there's not a lot of red in the photos, but if you can see there, my husband is holding a Nerf gun, and it's an orange Nerf gun, but I thought maybe it would help if I added the red. In the very beginning video, I showed you the Axing for Trouble 3x4 card that I wanted to use, and I know it's red, so I didn't want it to be the only red element on the page. So I went ahead and I just glued down that red strip. And I'm glad that I did in the end. I like the way that it brought everything together in the end. So I lost my train of thought. I'm using my Perfect Layers rulers, and I just cut down this 5x7 photo to be about 5x5, which is another change because they did call for a 5x7 photo on the sketch, but I didn't want all the extra, and I didn't want it to take up so much space. And then I had this tiny strip that I had actually cut to go on the right-hand side of the layout, but it's on the other side, it's that black and white Axe paper, but on the other side of it was just this tiny black and white pattern, and I thought it kind of finished off the edges over on the left hand side of the page, so I went ahead and added it to that side. And now I'm going to glue my photos down here, and these are photos that I printed a long time ago. They're 2014, and I don't know if Shutterfly has changed since then. I haven't measured my photos. I almost always get my photos printed through Shutterfly, but you can tell by those two 4x6 photos that are stacked on top of each other, they're not true 4x6 because of the little 1/4 inch at the bottom of the page that is still left white. But I will just take my trimmer and I'm going to cut that part off, and you will see me do that in just a moment because that doesn't bother me. I don't want the white showing, but nobody's going to notice that it's not a 12x12, but people will notice if there's a white along the bottom, if that makes sense. So I will just go ahead and cut that off, and when they're in the page protectors in the album, nobody's going to know anyway. So since I had that red strip on the left hand side, I wanted to add a red strip to this right hand side, but I didn't want it to be, since it's the branding strip, and those are usually what, 1/2 inch size, at least these ones I think are. I just put it in my trimmer, and I don't know the exact, it's probably close to 1/4 inch size, but I just cut it down, and a lot of times I won't exactly measure things, and so I just trimmed a tiny piece of it and I put it on that side, and I feel like it kind of frames the one on the left and the one on the right kind of frame the entire layout. So I am glad that I went ahead and used the red strip. This layout is a little bit different for me. I wasn't sure if I really cared for it too much when I was completely done. I'm used to using bright colors like Doodlebug colors. Doodlebug's my favorite company, so using these darker colors was a little bit more challenging for me, but I'm okay with it. I like the way the layout turns out in the end, so it's okay. It's not one of my absolute 100% favorites, but I still like the layout. And I hope, obviously, that you guys like it too. So now I'm just opening up all the embellishments that came with this kit. And I have these little bowls. I think they're makeup jars that hold different types of makeup, but I just use them for holding my different types of embellishments. Now I'm going to take a 2-inch punch, and I'm going to punch out that Axing for Trouble, because I didn't want it to be... I didn't want it to use it as a 3x4 card. I wanted it to be more like an embellishment. So luckily the 2-inch punch just barely worked for it. So then they had on a couple of the sticker sheets these trees, and I put 2 of them on this side, and I actually thought there would be more, that I would be able to put some on the left hand side, but there wasn't. And I'm going to struggle a little bit with the embellishments with this layout. But in the end I went back, and you will see I did record it. I went back and added a couple more things, and it really helps in the end. So I put those 2 trees there, and one of them I did pop up on with some foam tape. And then I have these 3 2x2 photos, and the sketch did call for 3 by 2x2 photos, but I'm putting mine in totally different spots than where they had them on the sketch. And I really like the places that I put the photos. So one of them's going to go on the right hand side of the page, and one of them's going to go, or 2 of them are going to go on the left hand side of the page. And when I work on a double page layout, I will usually work one side at a time until I come to the embellishment part, which is kind of what I'm doing now. Oh, and by the way, I get a lot of questions about those rulers. Those are Perfect Layers rulers, and I got them years and years, probably 10 years ago. I was at a Creating Keepsakes convention, and I was walking around the vendor booths. I don't even know the name of the vendor who was selling them, but I also have the 12 by 12 size ones, and I love, or not 12 by 12, but the 12-inch size ones, and I love them. So We Are Memory Keepers sells something really similar if you are interested in those. So I am going to temporarily place down that Axing for Trouble here on the right hand side. I thought that looked really good there, but I wasn't sure if that's where I wanted to keep it permanently. And then I took a red arrow and put it between those 2 2x2 photos on the left hand side. And now I'm going to work on my title. And this is how I store all of my alphabet stickers, small and large. And the red that is in this layout, like I said, it's a different kind of darker colors than what I'm used to. So I was kind of struggling with finding a color red that would really go with it. And I thought originally I would do my title in red, but it didn't turn out. And so I got out these white stickers, and these are so old. I don't even know who made these either. But the way they made this alphabet is some of the letters are bigger than others, you can see, and I didn't like how the 2 E's were so large. It just looked really funny to me, and so I contemplated doing it. I kind of moved them around a little bit, but then I figured it wasn't going to work. I just didn't like that. So these alphabets are also really, really old. I think they are Heidi Swapp. And they're one of the ones that if you ink the entire top of it, it has like circles along them that will resist the ink, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to bring that element out. I just like the alphabet. Although that R looks a little funny on the screen. Oh, sorry for my chair. I'm recording in my room, which is a different place for me to record. If you're new to my channel, you know I'm in a completely new craft space, and so I am definitely getting used to everything, especially the lighting. I've really got to work with the lighting, but I'm taking some of these little square alphabets, and I decided my title. I wasn't sure. First I thought it would be Cutting Down the Tree or something like that, but I ended up going with Fun with the Tree, and so I like that. It turns out cute enough, and they definitely had a lot of fun with it. And I did ink some of those letters there that I'm gluing down now, but I didn't ink over the part that would resist the ink. Like I said, I didn't really want to bring that element out. And sorry if my voice is sounding funny. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my Tombow Mono glue, and I do add extra adhesive to every chipboard piece or anything that I think might not feel as sticky as it should. I will definitely add more glue, and I highly suggest that you guys do. It takes an extra minute now compared to going back and looking at my albums and all the pages with chipboard. The chipboard's falling all over the place, and that's going to take a long time to fix. So now I have my title where I like it, so I am going to add the date with these stickers. So my goal for 2018 was to not buy any alphabet stickers whatsoever. And the funny thing is I just uploaded a small haul video where I had bought alphabet stickers. And after I loaded it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's right, I'm not supposed to buy any alphabet stickers. That was a duh moment, but I'm okay with that. I have only all of last year I only bought 4 sheets of alphabet stickers, and that's good for me because I love thickers like everybody loves thickers. So so I am definitely trying to use up, and I'm going to make that my goal again for 2019. After going through all my stickers when I moved into this room, I again still feel like I have plenty and I don't want to buy any more until I use up what I have. So now I have my title, and you can see my journaling. I just typed up my journaling and cut it in strips to go on the right hand side. So I'm just trying to look through the embellishments that came with the kit. And I was a little bit disappointed. I mean, not really disappointed, but all of the embellishments that are left are mostly gray and white. And I didn't want this gray and black all over the place. I wanted to add more than just that. So this is my little bin that I have that is overflowing. And this is all my white embellishments. And I don't know how well you can see it on the screen now, but I have these little metal paper clips that are white. And so I am going to add those down, one on both sides of the layout. And I like those. I feel like that gives it just a little something more. And I just use, I don't clip them on the paper like paper clips. I mean, I have before, but not all the time. But I just use tiny glue dots to glue them down, and unless you look real close, they're not that noticeable anyway. So I was trying to figure out if I had black and white enamel dots that came with the kit, but I didn't want to use, again, more just black and white. I wanted a little bit more color. And what I didn't realize, which you will see me in the very end, when I thought the layout was done, I came back and I looked at it and I realized what I didn't like about this layout right now is on the right hand side is that tree that's kind of that muted teal color. And that's really the only place it is, and that's what threw me off. It is on the left hand side on that pattern paper strip with the trees, but that's what was throwing me off. And so you will see, I'm going to place my enamel dots down, and I'm going to move these enamel dots more times than I've ever moved enamel dots in my life. But I thought I was done. But here's where I turned the video back on and I realized, okay, there's not enough of that color, but there wasn't any more embellishments of that color. And so I had this strip, and this was supposed to be a banner sticker, but I encourage you to use your stickers, like your banner stickers or any kind of stickers or embellishments, in different ways. So here I punched out some stars with just a mini star punch, and I added them around, and that really helped. And then I took the rest of that banner sticker and I ripped both of the ends to make it kind of look like a piece of washi tape. And I did struggle with where to put it because I didn't want it. I would have put it under the title if I had done that in the beginning, but I was not going to move all that title. So I added some stars around, and here I'm going to play again with my enamel dots. I had tried some deep dark red enamel dots, and now I'm moving those to try some of the black and white dots. I wanted to add one more of those teal blue stars to this very left cluster that I'm working on now. And so I didn't want the enamel dots there with that, and I didn't like the enamel dots. So I messed around with everything, but finally in the end, I have some of that color spread around the page, and that made me like it more than without it. So here are a couple of close-up photos. Thank you for sticking in there with my scratchy sounding voice. I hope you guys like this video. I can't wait to do February's and see what everybody does for February. All right, thank you everyone. Bye.